Another question I get a lot of times is, are we legally required to develop technologies that are universally designed? There's a couple of different answers to this question, so I'm going to start from the top. International law. So the United Nations Human Rights Conventions have said that each country has an obligation to promote research and development of universal design solutions, we'll just say. Now, that's a really important obligation because that means every government on earth that has signed these human rights conventions has to kind of promote and ensure that there's universal design going on in their countries. So that's number one. Now, that's still a large, high-level kind of law that focuses specifically on governments, country, national level governments. Now within each country there are laws that support universal design. So in Norway, we're one of the only countries that actually has a law that says specifically, as part of our human rights, that universal design of solutions is required. So that way anybody who is creating something for the public has to ensure universal design. It's a really, really, really important law, and we're really grateful that the people who advocated for that were able to make that happen. Now, in other countries that may not have universal design as part of their law, they often have different set of laws around accessibility for persons with disabilities. Now, those are also really, really critical and important laws, because if you make something that's accessible for a person with a disability, it's usually going to be better and helpful and more useful for everyone. So those are the two laws that I know of that are critical in this area. In Norway, we have universal design. In other countries, you might have accessibility. It'll vary depending on your country, and it'll vary depending on the kinds of regulations that may have been released that support that law. But in general, it is a legal requirement to ensure accessibility and or universal design, and just it's good business practice. I mean, you're going to reach more of your audience. You're going to fulfill a better sense of satisfaction for your users if you make your solutions universally designed.